Okay, welcome back to the channel, guys, or welcome entirely if you're brand new. This time, we're going to be talking about the top 3 mistakes that I'm seeing on CT side Mirage, and hopefully we can get you a better understanding of the CT side here on Mirage, and you can start to work your way up through those matchmaking ranks even higher and become a more whole player on both sides here on this map. The first point I want to make is about the importance of using early utility. Now, it doesn't matter which position you're playing. You could be playing B site, you could be playing B short, window, A, or stairs connector. And all of these positions require a bit of early utility usually to slow down the Ts and stop them taking too much space at the very beginning of the round. So there's a lot of different ways that you can approach the early utility. Each area has its most common one, and I don't really want to start giving loads and loads of like grenades and tips and stuff like that because I don't want to be like a grenade channel. But I will just show some really simple stuff that I think every position needs to do, right? So what does the B apps player need to do at the start of the round? From spawn, he needs to come here and he needs to molly this as a default, right? Just as a default. If you've got no read, or perhaps if the read is that they've got low economy and you're expecting a B rush, it just stops the chance that, you know, before you're even ready to shoot back, they're already jumping out the window and running off the balcony and they're in front of you, right? B short. We're going to do a run through of this because I don't want to take too much time. What does the B short player do? Well, you got to use the information that you're getting, right? But if you're not getting much, or if connector is smoke, a great one is this. Couple it with a flash. Obviously, don't walk into the flash, but it gives you a little bit of space to work with. You can check under window, you can check connector, and also you can Molotov underpass on a timing as well. Gives you more space, gives the Ts less space. That's the concept we're running with in all of these. If you're the window player, now window is the position I'm the least familiar with. I've never played the AWP, so I never stick around here. But I do know that this gets smoked a lot, right? Let's say they smoke it. You don't know what to do. At least try something like this, right? A little bit of a spam so you can see through. That smoke probably won't be as thick as well, so you'll be able to see a bit better. Then we'll go to connector. What does connector do? Well, connector can do a couple of things. But the best one, I think, right now, if it's not smoked off by the Ts, is this one. Play a little crouch. Try not to peek into this angle. This angle's not very great for you, but this angle is. And also, these angles are great as well. Okay? Also, a site player. Now, sometimes it will be the stairs connector player who does this for you, because it's quite nice for them to do, but they might Molotov ramp to stop the rushes, similar to how you'd Molotov the B apps, right? You just come out here, you Molotov this at the very round start, and that hopefully will prevent any fast rushes onto the A-bomb site. And this is about early utility. This talks about this concept actually applies to every single map on the CT side. And even on the T side, you can do stuff like this with early utility. But the main concept behind it is get that early utility down to give yourself as much space, give you and your team as much space as possible at the beginning of the round. Stop those Ts really being aggressive and taking space too early. That's point number 1, guys, and I hope it wasn't too quick for you. I actually wanted to give a demonstration on this website here. This is csgoboard.com, by the way. It's great for showing some bits and pieces, some strategies, perhaps if you have a team and you want to work together. But basically, using the utility I just mentioned, I'm just going to place it on the map for you, right? Molotov here, smoke. Where's smoke? There. Smoke here. Smoke there. Right, let's say you even did the Molotov underpass, and the window guy did his spam out here as well for top mid. So, and even the connector player has the same angle as the window player. So look at the space that you have cut off at the start of the round here. You've cut off underpass, you've cut off anyone aggressing past this line on short, you've cut off the ability for people to just run across mid for free and not take any damage. You've also cut off the option for a fast ramp play. You've cut off the chance of a fast B play. And just this basic, what, you've thrown for 3 Molotovs or 2 Molotovs if you don't want this one, which you don't have to throw. But you get it, right? You've saved yourself a lot of hassle in the early stages of the round with this utility so that you can at least gather yourself, think about the position of your teammates and how you're going to work off of each other to defend your sites and defend the map in general. Okay, my next point I want to talk about is the site anchors. So that's the A site player or the B site player rotating away from their sites before they're getting absolute confirmation that the bomb is on the other side of the map, right? Now, in early round situations, even if the bomb's spotted top mid, it's not a reactable bit of information for you as the site player. What is a reactable bit of information for you is that the guy carrying the bomb is in B apps, has jumped out B apps, or the guy carrying the bomb is on default on A. That's a bit of reactable information. Leave the rotating to the connector player, to the short player, and the window player. They are the rotator positions. On the CT side, you need your site anchors. Keyword is anchor. You do not move unless it is absolutely necessary for you to move. Now, there are some situational parts of, in a late round, if you're in a weird man disadvantage or a 3v3 or something and you want to play a retake site, now those situations can occur, but in a general rule, do not leave the bomb site until you've got absolute confirmation that it's the right thing to do. Because so many times I see the B apps player, he's been coming here at the start of every single round, they're not coming to B, they're just taking mid and they're going A every single round. So he, one round, let's say, gets the call, the A smokes are coming over. Without even thinking twice, this guy wants a bit of action, he makes a hell of a lot of noise rotating, and he tries to help the A site player without any bomb confirmation. Now, what you're doing is, first of all, you're not trusting your window player, your stairs player to actually deal with the situation correctly. And second of all, obviously, if you've made noise, it's even worse. Let's say you stayed silent. You've allowed the potential for just someone to just come up, lurk, clear their angles. As soon as they get this far out and they drop down to site, they're saying, guys, I'm on B. Guys, I'm on B. They're calling the bomb over here, and you're going to lose to a fake, right? So please, this goes for both bomb sites. It's more common on B, though, I'll be honest. But this is a game-wide thing on every single map. Do not leave your bomb site if you are the site player unless you see the bomb or it's called for you to rotate, right? Simple as that. And even professional players make this mistake. They rotate too early. They think that it's a guarantee that the bomb's going to be planted elsewhere. Don't be that guy, right? Just don't be the guy who gets told off by his team for leaving B too early, and then they just come in and lock the site off, because B especially is a bomb site that's very difficult to retake. So yeah, that is point number 2, guys, and that's a big one. Don't do it. Don't be that guy. Okay, third and final point of the video is, what do you do in a 4v5 situation when you lose a man early on the CT side? How should you react? And what can you do to try and recover the round and make it, a level playing field, finding a pick, that kind of thing? The best thing that I can recommend for people, especially the A player or B player, is try some aggression. Now, I wouldn't recommend doing this yourself. I'd recommend, if you have a player to support you, asking for a flash, or at least at the very minimum smoking off Palace so that you can't get walked out on. But this is a good one to do, is walking up and clearing your close ramp angles. Why does this work? Well, if you have ramp, your team can rotate a little bit further away from A, play A for a bit of a retake setup, maybe gamble B a bit harder, so that if it ends up being an A split, they come up connector, maybe one lurks out Palace, but nobody comes ramp, this position will most probably get overlooked by lower ranks. It won't at higher ranks. They'll always have it in the back of their mind, you could be here, but it still doesn't mean that you can't play this properly. You can play it here. You can let them come and check for you. You kill one as they come and look. You can play it back here. Maybe there's going to be one late A player who comes out. You can kill him. And you can play a retake and make the post-plant situation difficult for the Ts. The same can be done over on B. Pushing B apps as a reaction is a good one. This Molotov is great. You can throw it from sight like this. Bounces deep. Gives you a little bit of space to work with so that you can jump up. Now, of course, be wary of your close angles at all times. And I like a little nade as the molly fades as well. You take this space away from the Ts. Again, it allows the rest of your CT side to understand, okay, we have a deep B position, which decreases the likelihood that the Ts are going to end B. Let's stack up towards jungle, let's stack up towards A and mid instead, and try and find a multi-kill and try and work together with some man disadvantages. If you've got a man disadvantage, but you've taken space away and you've gambled the stack of your CT players towards one side of the map, it really increases the odds of you being able to defend that bomb site and play off one another to get that round win from a man disadvantage. And one big thing I forgot to mention is the fact that in the process of going for this aggression towards ramp or towards B apps, you may even be lucky enough to find a pick to level the odds. So I'll talk about quickly what you do in a situation where you level the odds, because often the mistake gets made after you've recovered the round. So let's say you've lost a player towards mid. Your reaction is to push ramp. You've called the flash from your teammate. The teammate perfectly flash. Bang. Full blind T stood in front of you that you've been able to kill. Excuse me. Now, what do you do now? You found the 4v4 and you've traded. The answer most of the time, in my opinion, is not to continue taking this space. It's to instead smoke it off, or just straight away just back on up. Not like an idiot, obviously. Be aware of the potential of pushes and things like that, but try to back away if you find the level 4v4, because if you continue to aggress, there's a very high chance that you yourself would just be isolated and it will end up back in a 3v4 situation, right? So that's another important thing, and something that will raise your game to the next level is knowing when, okay, I found a pick, free kill, 4v4. Now the internal, the thought process in your head should be, I can back away now because I can be a liability if I keep pushing. So that is something to add to my point there. And I'm going to close out the video here, guys. I hope that these 3 points can help you improve your CT side here on Mirage. And please, let me know in the comments if you want to see a specific map and side. If you would like to talk about a specific position, I'm happy to do that. Please just let me know in the comments. I'm always reading them and interacting them, and I love seeing new faces in there. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time, probably on a different map.